Here's a fun picture of my sweet babies getting all big. They love to follow me around. They literally have a line of food all the way down, and look at them piled up on top of each other like they're starving. We are getting little drops right now. I thought I would take out to the garden. We have some stuff over here, but it's not doing that well. It's basically planted in topsoil with some compost. It's really heavy soil though, not much compost. So this is just like an experiment. I was really hoping these peppers would do something, but look at that, a tiny tomato. There was also some mint in here and it's not doing well. We do have one pineapple sage, and then we have two gourds. What kind of gourds are they? Loofah gourds. And so the loofah gourd is finally starting to take off. I actually grew these from seeds and planted them extremely way too early. I don't recommend that. Hopefully we'll get something from those. I also tried some bird gourds in the front, but they're not really doing anything. This was my pea bed. I now have planted 1, 2, 3, I think 4 or 5 sweet potato, not sweet potato. Yeah, I put like whole sweet potatoes in here to experiment. Like they're starting to sprout, but it's like the potato itself. Now, I've been told that they will rot by Google, but someone who has planted the whole potatoes is telling me otherwise. They're actually growing. So don't trust everything you read on the internet. Experiment for yourself. Beautiful pot of marigolds that I grew from seeds, and a little bit of anise hyssop. A tomato that I just took a clipping from to see if it would grow. Another one. These are what's left of my tomatoes that I harvested, and I chopped them off the top because I don't want any more tomatoes. Here we go. And here is my pepper plant, my only pepper plant that's actually doing anything. I grew a crap ton of pepper plants from seeds, and I gave away a bunch, and all the other ones that I planted just are not doing anything at all, unfortunately. I'm supposed to be getting some cayennes that someone's growing for me. I really want cayenne and jalapeno the most because those are the ones that I actually use. The cayenne for dried in my coffee is how I use it. You can also take cayenne capsules. It's very, very good for your blood, your heart, and your to balance like your blood sugar. So we have a sweet large leaf basil there doing well. I had a tomatillo there, but this wild berry plant is taken over. You can actually harvest these and use them for tea. We got a rosemary here. So this is kind of too crowded. We got oregano and chocolate mint and sage all on top of each other. I'm gonna transplant some more of these in my front bed. This is a tomato that's not really doing anything. Got like 2 little tomatoes on it. This tomato bed just did not do that well. I've taken 2 or 3 out of it already. I've pulled them from the back. And then I did plant like 1 potato right here, which you're not supposed to plant potatoes near strawberries or tomatoes. I just wanted to experiment once again. And then I have 8 potatoes that I just planted in here. I spaced them out every 12 inches. 1, 2. So I think I have a total of, let's see, 1, 2, 4, maybe 5 or 8. I want to say 8. So anyways, I tried to do better on that in this bed because my last harvest was very, very small. And so I wanted to try to do better. I got my measuring tape out here. I need to get this in the house. And there's another potato that I didn't get. We are under a thunderstorm warning right now. So I did plant these a lot deeper too, and I'm going to mound them, which I did not do last time. So I'm hoping for a better harvest. I mean, I've seen people say they've planted like 2 and 5 pounds and have gotten back like 30 to 50 pounds. So that's what I'm talking about. I want a hefty potato harvest. I'm just glad to have a potato harvest. Like this is my first potato harvest, and I've tried a lot. And so here's some more. These are Roma, and I think these are all Romas, but those are ripening. I did a lot like where I pulled it, let it ripen in the window, and I'm also going to do some that I let it ripen on the vine, once again just to experiment with the different varieties, because I want to pick the best method. The only way to really know what works best is to try it for yourself. And this is my 4th year of trying to garden, and my first year where I feel like I have like an actual decent sized garden to work with. So it's really fun just to try things for yourself. I've got a ton of mint and peppermint, and this is supposed to be chamomile, but it's just not growing flowers at all. So I don't know if that's is this even chamomile? And then that is a lemon balm and a strawberry that is being taken over by, yeah, you're not supposed to put a lot of vine plants all together. So yeah, this is basically going to be taken over by vines, but I really do want to lower this down closer to the ground and remove most of this dirt and put it elsewhere, because I just don't feel like you need raised beds. Raised beds just cost a lot of money, use a lot of time and resources. Underneath this ground is soil that can be used. And so it's kind of just a waste of a lot of resources. I just want to get back down to the ground and get in that ground and like work that ground. These beds also I really don't recommend because they're not water absorbent. So they were $60 for 4x8, which is a really cheap price, but they break and bend and absorb water. So yeah, not really gonna hold up too well at all. And look at this, it's all cracked and everything, and I've had lots of the corner pieces like just break and split. So I don't really recommend these beds, even though they're American made. I think it was like, I forget the kind of wood it was cheap, but it's not holding up even a season. So I'm just gonna go all the way down to the 4-inch mark and just work in the soil, in the ground, let those roots just reach and go. And I've planted about 10 trees on this property in different areas and like cuttings and trees. So this soil is very biodiverse. There's a lot of different types of soil on this property. It's just not all clay. There is a lot of clay, especially in the actual main garden that I have been working on for 3 years. 4 years if you count the piece that's not a garden right now. Mainly I worked the first 2 years in raised containers with no open bottom, which I highly don't recommend ever doing. I was given extremely bad advice by someone that I thought was a friend who became, I don't claim to have enemies, but I would say if I had enemies, she would be right there on the top of the list. So we have some peppers here that aren't doing anything, and this is a cilantro plant. And let's see, we got lemon balm, more lemon balm right here, and a strawberry plant. And over here is this bed is too much sand. I put too much sand, and I should have came back and filled it in with more compost and topsoil, but I didn't because laziness, procrastination, and so it ended up being half full with way too much sand. And so I have a ton of strawberries in here. They're not doing very well. They're probably being suffocated by that sand. So I'd really like to redo this whole bed, and I haven't really got much produce from the 2 tomatoes in here, unfortunately. This is a start or a clipping. It's actually growing this because of all the rain. It is getting root rot. You can see the yellowing. It's actually grown, and this is a stevia plant, which I really want more of this because I use stevia. But like I said, this bed being, look at that, it just broke off right there. I don't know if I can plant this and if it will grow or not. I'm going to try. Ooh, look at this leaf. It's almost black. So here's some more sweet potatoes, and we have some mint that I put in here, a pot of marigold, and I think that's more mint. No, it's something else. What is this right here? And then we have grass coming in here, like creeping in here. So I think that's lemon basil. That's what that is. And then yeah, sweet potatoes. This is a lemon mint. That's marigold. That's more mint. And mosquitoes are eating me up. Oh, look at all the mosquitoes. Can you see those? Mosquitoes. It's that time. The sunflower, giant sunflower seeds are doing really well. But yeah, so we have more sweet potatoes right here. And this is an echinacea that I grew from seeds. This is a succulent that someone gave me, and then this is a rosemary plant. So I'm going to see if I can get the stevia to grow somewhere else. I'm not sure if it will or not, but we'll give it a try.